Hey, I'm going to share a little bit about Scale with Ease to see if this program is a good fit for us. A little bit about me, I'm Coach Arden. I'm the CEO of Grow Into a CEO. I have the best partner. His name's Matt, and a mini Labradoodle. Her name's Barkley. Prior to being an online business coach, I was an online fitness coach. And what's crazy is I actually grew my company super fast to a team of 7, but I didn't have any systems in place. So I was sending thousands of DMs, posting 3 to 4 times a day. I was running ads. I even bought a billboard, but I felt like I still couldn't bring in consistent and predictable lead flow. And so now what I teach as a business coach is a specific process called VLab within Scale with Ease that helps you bring in predictable and consistent clients, as well as doing this through building a group program. So you don't need to hire employees, a lot of them, when you're not making enough money to actually pay them. So what the average client journey kind of looks like is in the first couple months, we're going to build out that group program, get really clear on your offer and who you're helping, and we're going to create one stream of the VLab process. Now, if you don't know what the VLab process is, I'm going to share that video with you. Just let me know. Then we're going to dive into sales. So we're going to really start actually making sales from months 3 to 6. We're going to have better DM conversations, start booking some sales calls, building a community, and having a really good client journey leaning into that as well towards months 5 and 6. Then we're going to actually do and get really good at marketing, potentially going viral, and just having really, really good content creation. And then finally, the last thing is we're going to start setting up even more systems to help you scale if that's something you're interested in, with hiring an assistant coach or a support coach to help with your group program. So an example of someone who joined my program, she had worked with multiple business coaches in the past, and she was like really struggling with just being able to convert consistent leads into paying clients. And Olivia was posting every day. She was showing up on her stories. But once she started working in Scale with Ease, she actually went from 2K, 3K months to her first 10K month in just 3 months. And then this is Rob. He actually had way too many one-on-one clients. So this is another situation where he was overwhelmed, booked with calls. He couldn't take on any more clients. He had no time for family. He had no time for life. But then when we built out his group program, he actually got so much more time back. He was able to scale his company and hit his first 18K cash month. So working together in Scale with Ease looks like you're going to have a whole app called Slack. You're going to have that to ask questions. You can review your content, any DM conversations you have, Instagram stories, sales calls. We will review that in the Slack channel one-on-one. You'll also have one-on-one and group calls. We have 3 per week. We have a marketing, sales, and systems call. And then we also will give you simple, actionable, custom checklists. And I'm going to share with you what that looks like as well. So the first thing that you're going to get is a one-on-one call and checklist. And I'm just going to dive in here, zoom in a little bit. So you can see we're going to tell you exactly what you're going to watch. And what's really nice about that is you can go into the course, you can look at the modules. You're not wasting time watching videos that I don't know, that you don't really need to watch. And I know that in a lot of other business coaching courses, it's slowing you down because you're watching things you already know and don't need to know. We also have productive, fun group calls. So we actually go in these group calls and we build content and we do a bunch of little things that are going to actually move the needle forward in your business. So you're not just sitting there rolling your eyes, getting lectured, or listening to other people ask questions that you already know. Finally, we're going to be doing a lot of messaging and content reviews on Slack. So you can see here, we're replying, giving feedback, and even rewriting captions for our clients. So if you need your whole caption rewritten, then that is something that we're going to do for you because we're really passionate and making sure your content is really good. Whereas like another business coach, again, might just tell you to watch a course. You're not going to know exactly what to watch. You're going to waste so much time going through the whole thing. Doesn't really remember anything about you or your business. So you hop on a call with them or a one-on-one call with them and they're like, wait, can you tell me the last thing we talked about? Right? That's not fair because you're wasting time. Again, like we want to move the needle forward. I know you're an action taker. You want someone who's gonna be like, okay, next, right? And so you want someone who remembers where you were at and you're not spending 5 minutes at the beginning of every call trying to figure it out. Keep telling you to DM more people. We don't DM around here. We actually have strategic ways to convert people. We're not using 2020 strategies, especially with just everything that I teach. It's so different. There's no Facebook groups. They're dead Facebook groups. There's no DMing a bunch of people. I'm never going to make you pay for ads unless you actually genuinely want to learn how to do ads. I'm not going to change a ton. Like you're getting a bunch of advice from me, a bunch of advice from my support coach that you're constantly feeling like you're starting over. And I'm not going to charge you $1 million trillion. I think a lot of business coaches charge a lot. There's not 2,000 people in this program. There's about 15 to 20 people that show up on our group calls. And you can always ask a question and get one-on-one time on the group calls in addition to one-on-one calls. And the calls are very productive. Whereas I think that on a lot of business coaches calls, they're just kind of either lecturing or answering questions and you're not feeling like you're getting anywhere. And then they don't give you a step-by-step checklist based off of where you're at, which I think is the most important part. So the commitment is 12 months long. And I have Hire with Ease, Scale with Ease, and one-on-one. But we're talking about Scale with Ease and you are so proven to get results in this program. If you get busy, growing a business can be done anywhere. So we're going to make sure that you have a good foundation in place, whether you are moving, whether you're going through a traumatic life event, no matter what's going on, we are going to be able to support you so that you can actually build. But obviously you can always talk to me if you have any questions about potentially, you're being too busy to be able to do business. Moving forward, again, Scale with Ease, it really just depends on what type of budget you have. We can actually make something work. I obviously only offer programs that get people results. Like I wouldn't show you this video if I didn't believe I could help you. But if you knew you would be making $10,000 months by the end of working together, what would it be worth it for you to invest per month, right? If you knew you had $10,000 coming into your pocket, what would it be worth? So If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. What part of Scale with Ease just stands out to you the most? If you need to talk to your spouse, please talk to them. Find an investment range that is a little uncomfortable, is what I call it, where it's going to make you take action, but it's not going to put you in a place where you're going to be like not able to pay rent. Just like you're investing or potentially invested in a college education, right? You make money from gaining that knowledge. It's the same thing with business. And if it all makes sense, we can book a Zoom call. So just let me know.